Well, for many, St. Patrick's Day is about getting together to celebrate all things Irish. And this year, there will be a new space on the waterfront dedicated in great part to sharing Irish culture, arts, and community. But it's so much more than that. The Corleck is set to fully open this fall, but will be welcoming the public for some special programming starting in May. So to tell us more, I'm joined by William Peat. He is the Executive Director of the Canada-Ireland Foundation. Hello.
Good morning, Jill, and Lá Féile Pádraig Sionnadith.
I love it. Thank you. And you have this lovely, it's a tree on your jacket with leaves.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is Irish shamrock, which is the plant of St. Patrick. The story goes that when he was speaking to the Irish, trying to tell them about the Holy Trinity, they didn't quite get it, so he plucked out a shamrock and showed them the three leaves, but all part of the one plant. So it has always traditionally been associated with St. Patrick.
I love it. We're talking about this heritage building on Toronto's waterfront being transformed into a new venue. What can you tell us about that space? Why does it make it so special?
Yes, well, we're so excited to have it open this year. As you mentioned, we will do the big formal launch later on in the fall. We have a phenomenal piece of Irish theatre coming over for that. But we are soft launching it in May with our own Bealtaine Theatre Festival. So looking forward to that as well. But the building itself, it's a heritage building on Toronto's waterfront. It was built in the 1940s as part of the broader Canada Malting Company. And we spent, 20 years trying to get a building and get into this space, but 6 years directly building it. And we're converting it into a wonderful jewel box on the waterfront for theatre, music, visual arts. So it'll be great fun, and it's a beautiful yellow, that wonderful Toronto yellow brick that is so ubiquitous around the city. We've cleaned it up, and we're inserting some of the most advanced technology so it can be used by all sorts of artists at different times of the day, different times of the week.
What do you want people to feel the moment they walk through those doors of the Corleck?
Well, we like to think we've certainly infused it with Irish hospitality as much as possible, and it's not a formal bastion of Irish culture. It is a cultural destination for Toronto. So we want everyone to feel welcome. We want everyone to feel like they can come in, engage with the space, program in the space, and use it. And again, with the use of technology and the multiple venues within it, we want everyone to feel like there's a slice of the Corleck for them to use and enjoy.
There's such deep roots for people of Irish descent in this city. They run very deep. But why at this point do you think a space like this was needed? Yes,
well, I think where we are in the world at the moment, we see it fracturing and changing. And I think as that's happening, Canada and Ireland realise how close they are and how much values they share together. I think you're exactly right. Since the Europeans started coming to Canada, Irish people have been toe-to-toe there, from fishers in Newfoundland to lumberjacks out in BC and everything in between. Actually, the first three Governor-Generals, Monk, Lisgar and Dufferin, all hailed from Ireland. So there's a huge, deep-rooted connection. We are an integral part of the mosaic. But as I said, when the world is changing, and it's Carney, who's a very proud Irish Canadian himself, talked about, we see different values coming out. But actually, Canada and Ireland are really realising that now is a time where they should band together and connect through the shared values we both hold.
What is your connection to this city?
Well, I came here 12 years ago, and I think like many Irish migrants, I thought I'd come for a year, maybe two. But I now find myself as a deeply proud Irish Canadian. I got my citizenship a few years ago. I have loved the city. It has embraced me. I've felt welcomed really since day one. And so it's such an immense privilege to be able to come from a homeland to what is now my homeland and be able to celebrate those connections that are getting deeper and more integrated every day.
Was there a moment where you felt like, this is my new home?
I would say no is the short answer to that. I think it kind of slowly creeps up on you. You keep telling yourself, well, I'll do 6 more months or a year.
Yes.
And then eventually you do realise that it is home. And we actually, many years ago, we interviewed a gentleman who moved here in 1969. And this was about 2018. And we asked him the same question. He said, well, about 5 years ago when I retired, I realised I went home to check out where I might live. And I realised it wasn't home anymore. Like, you came here in 69 and it wasn't until about 2010 did you decide? So I feel like I'm kind of stuck in that route, which is, as Seamus Heaney said, 2 places at the one time and 2 times at the one place.
I read that, and I think that's such an amazing way to put it.
Yes, agreed.
And this cultural centre allows you to have that.
Absolutely, yes. Well, we fervently believe that celebrating Irish culture is equally celebrating Canadian culture, and we want to curate a conversation, so have more Canadian artists go over to Ireland as well, because those connections are deep, but we do find people don't fully understand how integrated both countries are. So we're looking forward to having a home where we can do that programming throughout the year and really start to create a bigger conversation. And actually next year, the Government of Ireland will have Canada Ireland 180, where they'll do a lot of programming to really showcase those deep-rooted connections between the two nations.
Well, it's such a perfect day to talk to you about it, and I look forward to when it officially opens in May.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. William Peat is the Executive Director of the Canada Ireland Foundation.